Blackford as well, the number 1 of Chris Dickey, and outside of him in car number 40 is Derek Liverance. Fifth starter in car number 38 is Frank Turkey, and in the sixth starting spot in car number 41, it's Adam Plazik. Seventh starter in car number 11 is Go Fast People, the number 8 starting spot, the number 14 of Johnny Lowenberg, and the ninth starter in car number 37, that is Rob Hoskins. It's like somebody didn't make the call. 8 starters. Everybody will qualify to tonight's A feature. Going green off of corner number 4 with Kyle Anderson, Derek Liverance on the front row. It was the 13 of Casey Huffman, I believe, did not make the call for this one.
So down the backstretch they go with Dickey and Liverance, 1 and 2, and then the pack all behind them is Teeple on the bottom, side by side with Adam Plazik, and then they were 3 wide behind them. Johnny Lowenberg on the outside line in that Ford-powered number 14 machine. Dickey remains out in front as they work it down off of corner 2. Kyle Andrus now spin it around in corner 2, but will stay green as he'll get it back going the right direction.
And wasted no time refiring the number 43 machine. Look at Chris Dickey right up on the top side of the racetrack in that number 1 machine. And here comes Adam Plazik with a good run in that number 41 car using that same outside lane right now. 3 wide for second. Go Fast People on the bottom. Derek Liverance in the middle. Adam Plazik up top. He emerges with the second spot.
It's Chris Dickey out in front over Adam Plazik, and then you've got Go Fast People there in third, and 3 wide behind him as Hoskins stacked up on the outside line trying to get a run.
Here comes the 37 of Rob Hoskins on the outside, trying to take the third spot away from Go Fast People here as they work off of corner number 4. He's got it at the start-finish line. 4 down, 4 to go. We're halfway home in this Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock first qualifying heat race. And just about around in corner number 2 was Frank Turkey Jr.
Side by side now for the second spot. Rob Hoskins down to the inside of Adam Plazik as we work across the line to complete lap number 5. 3 to go. Hoskins to the second spot, but Plazik right there on the outside line. All the while, Chris Dickey having a good run, and he needs it. He's had a rough patch here in the middle part of the season. It's good to see that number 1 machine out in front.
Rob Hoskins has found something in this second half of this qualifying heat race, now trying to contend with Chris Dickey for the race lead. And just as I said that, he's off the pace in that number 37 machine. Didn't quite seem like he was up to speed. Definitely slowing in that number 37 car here off of corner number 2.
And he'll pull it into the infield on the backstretch, so that leaves it at Chris Dickey and Adam Plazik out in front with Go Fast Teeple back there in the third spot. White flag is out one more time around in this first qualifying heat for the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock Division.
Top 2 drivers right up around the outside, but the third place runner, Go Fast Teeple, a little bit more through the middle as Plazik got up out of the racing groove there. That's going to allow Teeple to move back into the mix in the number 11 machine as they race off of corner number 4 for the final time. Checkered flags going away for Chris Dickey, and second spot's going to barely go to Adam Plazik in the 41. He just holds off Go Fast People for the second spot. Johnny Lowenberg in the 14 finishes in third, and the number 40 of Derek Liverance rounds out the top 5. Stocks. Everybody's qualified into tonight's feature. 25 cars in attendance here tonight. Racing for handicap starting position. Green flag waves here on heat race number 2.
Clean and green down into corner number 1 with Bazine and Roloff's out there. Roloff's drops back, is on the inside. It's Jim Lampman taking the second spot. The outside line gets a surge there off of corner 2 with Mark Fawcett leading the charge in that orange 32. Here he is, all of the back bumper. Jeff Roloff's off at corner 4.
Roloff's with a good move around the outside of Jim Lampman, who looked like he pushed that car through the middle of corner number 3. Fawcett right up around the top side there. 4 wide there for a moment for the 4th position. And now Roloff's and Christopher Hale going to battle it out for second.
Art Bazine out in front in that Burger Barn. Ace 1 Construction, 21X. Good to see him running strongly in that machine. I know they've had some struggles this year. Had Jason Fontaine run the car a few times, and Mark out in front, and he's a very good driver. Just been trying to work the bugs out in that machine.
Jeff Roloff's was sinking like a stone there in that 6R machine. Not sure if he just got out of the groove. There's actually problems on that car. He went from the 3rd position all the way to the rear off of turn number 2 last time. Seems to have it back up to speed. We'll keep an eye on him. They work off of corner number 2, it's still Mark Bazine in front of the field. Ken Sargent runs second. Christopher Hale third. Mark Fawcett and Jim Lampman make up the top 5 for the moment.
Cross flags in the air. 4 in, 4 to go for Mark Bazine over Ken Sargent, Chris Hale, Mark Fawcett, and Jim Lampman, your top 5. Donnie Lampman right there digging on the inside of the 28 of Jim Lampman. And then you've got Aaron Rowitzki back there behind them.
Father and son battling for the 5th spot here in corner number 3. Donnie Lampman on the bottom in the Monte Carlo. Jim Lampman in the Camaro up on the top side. The 28 and the 28D machine as they work through corners 1 and 2. This time trying to track down Mark Fawcett, who got a little bit loose. Could have a 3-car battle for the 4th spot here before this one's over.
2 laps left to go for Mark Bazine, Ken Sargent, Chris Hale, and Mark Fawcett. And then you've got that Lampman battle back behind them in this second qualifying heat for the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock division.
White flag waves for Mark Bazine, the Burger Barn number 21X machine. The 25 of Ken Sargent holding on to that second spot, about 15 car lengths back as they run down the back straightaway for the final time. Then Christopher Hale comfortably in the 3rd spot, but it's the 32 of Mark Fawcett trying to hold off Donnie Lampman for 4th as the checkered flag waves for the race leader.
Yeah, Mark Bazine's going to pick up the win, and I'm sure, although it's a heat race, that felt really good for him with the struggles they've had with that car this year. He'll pick up the win in the Burger Barn Ace 1 Construction 21X over Ken Sargent, Christopher Hale. And Mark Fawcett crosses the line in the 4th spot, and Jim Lampman comes home in the 5th position.
The 5th starter in the 84K out of Victoria is Ryan Viegel. 6th starter out of Six Nations, the A1 of Spencer General Thomas. Kathleen Lampman goes from the 7th starting spot in the 28K. And Lee Winger in car number 2. A nice fresh look for him. He goes from the 8th spot out of Caledonia. 8 cars, 8 laps to distance, 3rd and final qualifying heat race for these Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock drivers. Getting set to roll off of turn number 4. Green flag waves, we are underway.
Down into corner number 1 they go with Schwedick and Dinning on that front row. Bailey in the 49 machine. All the heavy hitters, top point getters in this qualifying heat. As they work it through 3 and 4, Schwedick will lead the pack across the stripe to complete lap number 1.
And there's a battle we've seen 100 and some times before. Ryan Dinning and Dave Bailey going at it for the 2nd spot. Now Bailey turns it underneath Schwedick. Nope, the hole closes up and Dinning's to the inside of the 53 machine. A little beating and banging going on there in turn 3.
Ryan Dinning, whoa, that car got upset in corner 4, and that caused him to get up into Logan Schwedick. As they cross the stripe, now it's Dave Bailey on the bottom side taking the lead away. Schwedick to 2nd. Dinning got shuffled back there into the 3rd position with Trevor DeBoer on his back bumper.
Yeah, Trevor DeBoer is watching all this unfold in front of him, just hoping that everybody keeps their head cool and he's not going to get collected, or perhaps he can slip by. If they do, all get tangled together as the number 23 machine goes to the bottom side. Thought about trying to get underneath the number 8 of Ryan Dinning. And there's Ryan Beagle's number 84 RK in the mix as well. 5 cars breaking away from the rest of the field, all battling up front for position.
Caution flag out.
Believe Spencer General Thomas might have got turned around in that A1 machine. Just refired it in time, but caution flag was necessary there, and perhaps some debris on the front straightaway.
Sorry, all I can think about is steak when I see the A1 car.
We should get a steak sandwich here.
That's all we talk about is food. And Adam's not even here. We tease him.
Yeah. Oh, I had enough put in while I was there. As you can tell. I don't hide it very well.
The curds went straight to your belly.
Exactly. 3 down, 5 to go. Heat race at number 3. Logan Schwedick, the point man. We get set to come back to green. The black and green number 53 hits the loud pedal back up to speed. And we're side by side racing into corner number 1.
I wear a belt so it doesn't go to my hips.
There you go.
Back underway, and Spencer General Thomas back around in corner number 2. As the cross flags are coming out, and we'll stay green. A good battle up in front. Kind of a preview of what we may see in the feature with all these heavy hitters out there.
Yeah, lots of fast cars in this one as they continue to race 3 wide here off of corner number 2. Now Ryan Dinning gets the advantage in the number 8 machine with Dave Bailey and Logan Schwedek to his outside, and Dinning having a bit of a trouble getting through corner number 3. That allows Dave Bailey to drive to the inside. They're 3 wide again for the race lead, and Schwedek still all kinds of momentum up top.
3 wide at the front. Bailey on the bottom. Dinning in the middle. And here comes Schwedek on the outside. It'll be 2 laps to go. This time by the flag stand in our final qualifying heat of the evening.
Popsicle sticks up here, and this one still being contested at the front of the field with Ryan Dinning just a nose ahead of Dave Bailey's number 49, with Logan Schwedek pulling even here down the back straightaway. Side by side for the second spot with Dinning just about a car length ahead for the race lead as they race to the white flag. One more trip around, 3/8 of a mile to go.
Into corner 1 they go. Dinning trying to hold on for the heat race win, but here comes Bailey. He's so smooth on that inside line, and if you open up just enough space, he'll slip by, but instead he'll work to the outside line through corner 4, trying to get a run. Coming to the checkered flags at the line. Ryan Dinning will hold off over Bailey and Schwedek. Trevor DeBoer will come home in the 4th spot. Ryan Beagle 5th, and Lee Winger will grab 6th. Kathleen Lampman around in corner number 4.
She's hung up on the blocks there.
Yes, she is.
The 22nd starter is Aaron Rowitsky. He drives car number 4. 23rd starter in the A1 is Spencer General Thomas. And 24th this evening in the 28K, that is Kathleen Lampman. And shotgun on the field from the 25th starting spot tonight in car number 13 is Casey Huffman. 25 cars, 20 laps is the distance for these Middlemort Mechanical Thunderstocks. Green flag set to wave next time by off of corner number 4. Chris Dickey and Derek Liverance on the front row for this A feature.
Well, Chris Dickey had a good run in his qualifying heat tonight, and looked like the Chris Dickey we're used to seeing, and let's see if he can put it all together here tonight for the 20-lap feature event in that car number 1 as they bring it down the front straightaway. The final feature of the night is underway. Dickey and Frank Turkey Jr. now side by side.
Good start for the number 1 machine. As for the 38 of Frank Turkey, a 41 of Adam Plazek tried to go to the outside, didn't quite work for him in corners 1 and 2, but gains a bit of momentum back here in turns 3 and 4 as a whole gaggle of cars work 4 wide. Jim Lampman right across the nose of Logan Schwedek's number 53 in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, good battle towards the back, but you see that battle at the front. Frank Turkey Jr. has the top spot. Chris Dickey back to 2nd. Then it's Sargent and Liverance side by side, 3rd and 4th. Mark Fawcett and Logan Schwedek back there, 5th and 6th.
Positions are changing as fast as we're talking at this point. This early in the race as Ken Sargent moves past Chris Dickey for the 2nd spot. Logan Schwedek getting by as well. Dickey pinned up on the top side of the racetrack.
Troubles for Johnny Lowenberg down there in corner number 2. And the window works number 14. That car was showing some smoke before we got to the start of this one.
I feel like I can smell it. Smell something.
You can feel the smell?
I can feel the smell, yeah.
Wow, that's a thick smell.
See what those 2 drivers can do on this restart. So we get set to come back to green. 3 down, 17 to go. Final feature of the night is for the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstocks.
Back to the green flag. Ken Sargent marches them down the front stretch. Logan Schwedek to the inside of Frank Turkey Jr. looking for spot number 2. And here comes Brewster Baker. Dave Bailey's in 4th right now. The point leader comes in with a nice cushion. 50 points heading into the stretch drive here. And I don't think Dave really cares. He's all about wins. And sure, he'd like another championship, but you know he's going to be at the front before this one's over.
Started back in the 15th position, already working his way up into 3rd here on lap number 5. And will have to track down both Ken Sargent and Logan Schwedek, who each have about 5 separate car lengths on him. As Ken Sargent clicks off lap number 5. 5 down, 15 to go. Spencer General Thomas around at the top of turn number 2. Gets it pointed back in the right direction. Will stay green as the race leaders approach the A1.
Sargent gets by. Now Schwedek will try to do the same on the lap car. As watching some of the mid-pack racing going on. There's Dinning, Frank Turkey Jr., Chris Hale. Top 3 broken away. Then it's Frank Turkey Jr., Ryan Dinning, Chris Hale, Trevor DeBoer. 4 cars going at it right there for that 4th position.
They're 3 wide, Greg, for 9th right now between Derek Livens, Ryan Beagle, and Aaron Rowitsky. Rowitsky getting the better of them up on the top side of the racetrack right now in that black and yellow number 4. And General Thomas around right in front of the field. Caution flag flies.
Back under the caution. 13 laps left to go here in our Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock feature event. And my mistake, we have not been promoting this fact, but it's also the Southern Ontario Sprints combined race with the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack merchandising sprint cars. Their lone appearance here in 2019. The only combined race this year, as the Patriots and ESS did not come this year for that, but they were, of course, many of them a part of our Northern Summer Nationals. Green back out. Ken Sargent again leads him down into corner number 1. Schwedek, Bailey, your top 3. Then you've got Dinning and everyone else stacked up behind him with Hale, Turkey Jr., Trevor DeBoer, Donnie Lampman all there.
Man, what a battle there for a 4th on back. Christopher Hale and Ryan Dinning leaning on each other there coming out of turn number 4. Dinning falls in line, now tries to turn it underneath Hale to work off of corner number 3 as Logan Schwedek works to the outside of Ken Sargent in the battle for the lead. They pull to the outside door of the number 25 machine, works off of corner of number 4 this time. Ken Sargent still the point man. Schwedek falls in line, and Dave Bailey right there as well. Lap number 9 in the books, 11 to go.
Good 3-car fight up at the front. Ken Sargent in that 25 Club 54 racing machine, holding on over Logan Schwedek and Dave Bailey, the champ, right there in that 3rd position. Chris Hale having a good solid run tonight, something he has not had a lot of this year. He's had a lot of struggles and has finally got that car back to where we know it should be. And he was on fire last year, figuratively, in that 79 machine, picking up some big wins late in the season. Now he looks to have things fixed, riding up there in 4th.
Yeah, was real dominant in the 79 towards the end of the 2018 season. And just as we had a battle for the lead shaping up, we have a caution flag out, I believe, for debris in turn 2.
Turn them.
He won't miss them. It's fine.
Really, who would let you borrow a pair? I think that's the last thing I'd lend anybody is shoes. They're yours.
I was going to say underwear, but yeah.
It's on the short list.
You're not borrowing that. You can have them. Set to come back to green. 11 down, 9 to go. Ken Sargent still the leader. Dave Bailey to his outside. Good restart for the 25 back underway.
Sargent having a good run here in that 25 machine. Bailey on the outside of Logan Schwedek, and this all tightened back up. It's gotten very interesting. Trevor DeBoer's right there now. Christopher Hale, Ryan Dinning, Ryan Beagle, Donnie and Jim Lampman.
How about Logan Schwedek, who coming back at the race leaders here. He got by Dave Bailey for the 2nd spot in that number 53 machine. Came right through the middle of Sargent and Bailey. Now, Bailey's going to try and return the favor. Thought there might be a hole through the middle there, but Sargent running too close to Schwedek's number 53. And at the start-finish line, Schwedek nosing ahead for the lead on lap 13.
One around. Oh, Kathleen Lampman goes around, and Kyle Andrus gets into the 28K. Brings us back under the caution flag as Aaron Rowitsky had just rejoined the field. So we've talked about next week in 2 weeks' time. It's the Gales Auto Aftermarket Cash Blast, as Clinton Jeffrey mentioned.
It's not a Tiger.
Well, Tommy told me this, and I usually take everything Tommy tells me as
gospel, yeah,
that it's fact. So sorry, Tommy, if I just said something incorrectly.
I mean, the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals is Tommy's baby, so if he's telling you something, then
it's probably true.
Yeah.
And then we'll conclude the season Saturday, September 14th on MAV TV Canada with the Nitro 54 Variety and Aero Express 15th Annual Canadian Sprint Car Nationals. Back to the green, and Logan Schwedek now is your leader. Sargent back to second, Bailey in third, side by side there. DeBoer, Beagle, and now Hale. 3 wide back there.
What a run by Logan Schwedek, who faded into the back of the top 5 there early on and then had a resurgence in the middle portion of this race to take the lead in this one with 6 laps to go. Dave Bailey's found his way back into the second spot. Ken Sargent third. And here comes Trevor DeBoer in that number 23 machine. He's moved up into the 4th position while Ryan Beagle and Chris Hale battle it out for 5th.
5 laps left to go in our final feature of the night. It's the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstocks. It's been an interesting one so far. Logan Schwedek looking to get the better of Dave Bailey here tonight, but if you're out in front with 5 laps to go and there's one guy behind you, you don't want to be behind you. It's that 49, the Gibbs Action Sport Queenston Chevrolet machine. Brewster Baker, Dave Bailey.
Now you can see Schwedek is pushing the pace in that number 53 machine, not slowing at all. Last time by, he was a 10th quicker than Dave Bailey's number 49 machine. We'll see what he can do this time by. There'll be 3 laps to go as he knocks number 17 off the board here. Crossing the start-finish line. That time it was Bailey that was a 10th quicker, and now he shows the nose to the inside of Schwedek's number 53. Got to the left rear quarter panel that time in corners 1 and 2, but Schwedek regained a car length advantage down the back chute. Side by side off of corner number 4. Still Schwedek the advantage with 2 laps to go.
Schwedek looking for his first win of the year in the Advantage Electric number 53. The driver to Jerseyville has the lead. Works it down the backstretch, coming to the white flag this time by Dave Bailey, trying to find any sort of an advantage. He's got a good run down in corners 3 and 4.
If there's a spot that 40, no, and he goes around. Bailey around. He keeps his foot in it, though, and Sargent will get by both him and Trevor DeBoer.
He's still in 4th.
He still managed to stay in 4th. And Logan Schwedek hits the cruise control button with a half a straightaway advantage. He'll bring it off of turn number 4. And double checkers for the final time tonight from Cameron Thompson. Logan Schwedek goes to victory lane. Ken Sargent, Trevor DeBoer, Dave Bailey, and Ryan Beagle, the top 5 tonight. Wow, what a finish.
Career win number 2 for Logan Schwedek in the Advantage Electric car number 50 tonight. As we get set to go down to Mr. Transmission Victory Lane and talk to the top 3. Thank you, everyone who's joined us
here in the Thunderstocks. How about it for
what
Logan?
happened? I don't know everything that happened, but I knew something happened, so you'd have to fill me in on that one.
I believe he got a PC and spun out and finished around 4th up there on the board. It was a heck of a battle, but, man, you held them off regardless. You were the man to beat tonight. That's something to be proud of when you got Bailey and DeBoer nipping at your back bumper.
Yeah, it was a good race. Honestly, Kenny ran a good race the whole time. I saw on the board Trevor was working his way up, and he has a few wins this year, so I knew he'd be a competitor for sure.
Who do you want to thank, Logan?
I'd like to thank Advantage Electric, S&S Cleaning, Xterra, Scott's Landscaping, RM Signs, and everybody who helps me out on the car, all my buddies, my girlfriend, my dad, and anybody else who I'm forgetting.
There you have it, Logan Schwedek, guys. We'll get set up with 2nd and 3rd. Bailey still came back to 4th, but a gulper for you.
It was ugly, man. I come off turn 4. I saw Dave spinning. I saw Trevor. I ducked to the bottom. I just cleared Trevor, and I'm like, oh, my God. But we got through it.
Solid run here for Sargent. We're here to DeBoer. Trevor, another great run for you. Anytime you're battling out here on the concrete, it's a good end to your Friday. And another good one. What happened with Bailey there right in front of you?
About the same story as Kenny. It was all of a sudden there he was going around and just try not to hit him, and Kenny snuck on the inside, and it was hit the gas again when the way was clear.
Solid run there. That'll do it from Mr. Transmission Victory Lane for tonight, guys. It's Renway Energy. I want to thank Brad and all the staff down at Renway for everything they do for us here at the Speedway. How about a hand for your top three? Logan Schwedek, Ken Sargent, and Trevor DeBoer. Get it done for a final time in Mr. Transmission Victory Lane here tonight.
We're in August, but he's had 11 straight top 5 finishes this year. He's not finished outside the top 5 in 2019. Just impressive for him. But tonight belongs to Logan Schwedek, as you mentioned, his second career win and a great run.
When you can have a spin like that and still do that nice job in recovery.
They working here. Look at Tyler Styres just come through, overshuts and flips the car hard up into turn number 1. Oh my goodness.
Across the fifth concession there's still plenty of camping, at least there was when I came in tonight.
Blue Lot Special.
Blue Lot Special. Big K.
Yes,
Big
there
O.
are spots still open over there, guys. Still lots of tickets, so if you're at home watching, wondering if you can come out tomorrow,